I feel like life is a series of moving from one grade or class to the next. So you graduate from high school, you graduate from college, but it continues. It never stops. Every day is an opportunity to make a better grade on the test that you didn't do so well on yesterday, which was yesterday.
I guess it has to be my third grade teacher, Mrs. Petroselli. It was an exercise on building kites. I spent hours toiling over building a kite, getting the tail just right, and then the day it was time to show the kite off and fly it, it did not do too well. So I kind of needed to know a little bit more about, well, how does wind work and how do dynamics work? And Miss Petroselli says, well, you should read a book about weather and understand how wind develops, because I didn't even know where wind came from. So that was something that kind of sparked my interest in weather. And I can tell you from third grade on, I kind of knew I wanted to be a meteorologist.
You know, for me, I was really into athletics and I was really into music. And it was my chorus teacher, Yvette Broussard in middle school, who told me that I had a real gift and really fostered that in those early days.
If it weren't for our amazing teachers, I definitely wouldn't be the person I am today.
It is because of that professor, and his name is Vince Marino, that I am where I am today. That I entered this industry, that I answered that calling without knowing he was the magician behind the magic trick. I don't even know how to word this because I'm getting chills right now. This is almost a realization.
I think educators are some of the most important people that our kids are ever gonna come across. These are the folks that are shaping the minds of a future generation and are there at the very beginnings of where these kids are seeking to place their passions.
From experience from being in the classroom talking to kids and watching other teachers in classrooms, one, it's a hero's job. Two, it is a very difficult job, but there is satisfaction working with those kids that you know you're making an impact on.
I think an educator is important because I think we saw that. I think we saw that last year with COVID, that these kids need someone to pour into them.
If I didn't have their help, I really couldn't work in any kind of business.
When teachers and educators are teaching someone, you're not only teaching them things, but you're influencing them, right? And you're building this younger community so that when they get older and they are educated themselves, they've also taken these things, these systems, this way of learning, and apply that to whoever they're teaching in the future. So it really comes back around in full circle for everyone.
If I had to pick an animal to describe Miss Broussard, it would probably be a songbird of some sort, a beautiful, maybe a robin, because she was a small lady and she had a gorgeous voice.
First comes to mind is a dog, because a dog loves you unconditionally. They're there for you. They're your parents away from parents.
If I really have to select one, I would definitely say a panda, because I would assume they give good hugs. You know, they give good hugs, they protect you and nurture you.
I would have to go with a Tasmanian devil, and that would be for my wrestling coach, Kenny Johnson. He was a guy that I always thought was such a wild man, but he always got the most out of me, and he found a way of getting the most out of me. And people that are gonna put that much energy and time into me, I'm gonna give them the same attention back. If you're talking to me with passion, I'm listening to you with passion, because I know that you're giving me everything to help me out. For all the teachers out there right now that go and teach every day and have a tough job and have to deal with a lot of different scenarios, keep doing what you're doing. You may not see the gratification immediately, right away, or every day, or even after a while. It could take a while, but give this as your motivation. Have one of your students sitting here one day telling a story about you, how you educated them, how you made them reach goals that they never knew that they had. And they'll be sitting here one day talking about you, what you did for them in the future. Make that a goal every day when you go and you teach your students.
No matter what you do as a teacher, you are making an impact on these kids' lives that they may not realize it right now, but down the line, you know, you always start thinking, man, those teachers were smarter than I gave them credit for.
Because you don't know who you're touching. I mean, you could be inspiring somebody all the time. That's why you got to try to be as good as you can.
Many challenges for teachers these days. The greatest challenge is to remain focused and remember the purpose. It is, of course, providing an education, but you're really preparing us for life.
To teachers everywhere,
What you've done for me,
Me.
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 Goes well beyond the classroom.
you might think you're just a teacher,
but to your students,
You're a friend.
a guide,
a mentor,
Leader.
Trainer.
A vocal coach.
A dream pusher.
A
hero
What you do today
will live out for decades.
Today is your day.
Your day.
your day.
This forecast is for you.
This knockout's for you.
and what you had done for me,
Can never.
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 Be erased.
you encouraged me to follow my dreams.
And for this, I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you! Let's get ready for another fantastic year in the classroom.